What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm super happy to be back here today. Today's video is going to be about the middleweight division. When I first started my channel, I wanted to make a video about each division, but I ended up going a different direction. But now with the two upcoming main events, both being middleweight bangers, we just have to talk about it. Let's first talk about UFC 312. I have to say it is not the best card. I can't believe they want us to pay for this. But in the main event, we have Sean Strickland taking on DDP. I want to first start off by talking about Sean Strickland, and I never really talk about a fighter's personality too much, but I will touch on his because it's just despicable. I do want to start off with this tweet that he made. I know it was at the beginning of the month, but I don't care. It has over 7 million views and it is so inaccurate and it is so uneducated. I have to point it out. And I'll just go ahead and read it. It says, "America is a country of Christ. You could be Christian, Catholic, atheist, but our core values is that of Christ. I have nothing against Islam or Muslims, but Islam should stay in Islamic countries. Although you would all benefit from Christ, I'm agnostic." So, number one, America has no national religion. Number two, our Constitution supports freedom of speech and freedom of religion. In other words, you can believe what you want to believe here, and that's okay. That's what makes America so great. America is a melting pot of different cultures, religions, and races. My next point is, how are you going to say that somebody needs something, like these people need Christ in their life, but you don't even have it in yours? You literally say you're agnostic at the end of the tweet, which means you're not a believer, but you want other people to believe. It just doesn't make any sense. Sean Strickland is an idiot. This is literally the only way he can stay relevant. This is how his legacy is going to go down, as him saying the most vile and disturbing things on the internet, and not for his fighting skills at all. That concludes my rant about Sean Strickland. Let's move on to his fighting skills. You know, he's not too bad of a fighter. He's pulled together some decent wins over some ranked opponents in the middleweight division. But what I can say is he just hasn't improved much. He fights the same way every single time. And I think that DDP will submit him in this fight, or he's going to win in a more dominant fashion. Moving on to DDP, man, he has surprised me so much with how much he has improved in every single one of his fights. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I have picked him to lose in his past like 4 to 5 matchups, but he has proved me wrong every single time because his style just works in this division. DDP is a complete mixed martial artist. He has everything from striking and power to takedowns and submissions, and he has a good gas tank. He also has a good fight IQ and plenty of experience. The only people I see potentially beating him right now is Chimaev and Fluffy Hernandez. Speaking of Fluffy, let's talk about him because he is definitely the dark horse in the middleweight division. He has all the tools to be champion one day. It's just he's lacking star power or like a personality or fan base. If he had that, I think he would really be on the next level. I made a video about him when he was fighting Michel, but he's just so good. He's young, and I think he gets past Brendan Allen, and then he'll be in the top 10. Maybe he can call a shot at Rob if the victory is dominant, or maybe he can even fight the the loser of the Adesanya fight. The only reason I'm not saying he should fight Kyle is because I know the UFC doesn't like to put prospects against other prospects. Just think, looking at the rankings, he's definitely one of the most talented middleweights right now and has the most potential. Okay, but moving on, let's talk the main event this Saturday. We have Israel Adesanya coming back, and he's going to be facing Nasruddin. This is a must win for Izzy because I simply just don't know what he does from here if he does not win this fight. But actually, I take that back because the UFC values him a lot, just like they do Volkanovski. So if he does lose, I think that they will still give him the opportunity to potentially fight up in the rankings. But I think this is a good fight for Izzy to come back to, and I think he does get the win here because Nasruddin is good, don't get me wrong, but he's just not special. He does everything okay, but he has been active, he has been fighting up the rankings, so I think that will help him. I just think it would be more interesting if Izzy wins as well, because if Nasruddin wins, I'm sorry if I said his name wrong, but he's already lost to Sean Strickland, and he's going to lose to DDP. And I think he would definitely lose to Hamza as well because his grappling is just not the strongest. Moving on, I really want to talk Hamza Chimaev. I'm so mad that the UFC missed out on this opportunity of potentially giving him a title shot against DDP. DDP was calling for that fight. 90% of the fans were also calling for that fight. I think it's just a missed opportunity, but I think maybe because of timing and potentially some visa issues, that's why Sean ended up being the pick. Do think it's just a matter of time before Hamza becomes middleweight champion. I think he has a really good chance of beating DDP at his own game, and he definitely beats Sean Strickland. That's it. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, for liking, subscribing, commenting. It all means so much to me. Also, make sure you join my Discord if you haven't already. It's pretty chill. I just enjoy talking with everybody on it during live fights and stuff like that. And I will post the link here and in my bio. The last thing I want to say is it came to my attention that I have so many people watching my videos from outside the US, and it blows my mind and it makes me so incredibly happy. Starting this channel and being able to just share my love and passion for mixed martial arts with people around the world has been such an amazing experience. I'm just so happy and I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful. And I just wanted to say that. But until next time, guys.